how important is it for traders to really optimize their lifestyle and the way that they think and operate around trading in order to find success?
So there's two aspects of this that I think are really, really important. Number one, with all this self-help stuff and all this like amazing stuff that's been out there by really successful entrepreneurs and traders, of different routines and all these things that happen. There's like so much wealth out there. But one of the things that we have to really be aware of is look, when people are sitting there and like, hey, you got to sleep 10 hours, you got to sleep 8 hours, you got to eat grass-fed beef, you got to take these ice baths and all this stuff. These people are coming at you as millionaires, but there's none of them were doing these things before they were millionaires. So what happens is as you get older and you make money, you're thinking about how to live longer, how to be more stress-free, so on and so forth. And I do these same things, right? Like I'm all this kind of stuff I'm also doing. But when you're in your 20s and you're trying to make your nut, you don't got time for this shit. Like you really don't. Like you cannot hide from the work. Like the sleepless nights, the sleeping under the table, the late night pizzas, the cigarettes, the booze, the women's, whatever. Like these are just parts of being younger and living, but you can't run away from the work. So all of this stuff is awesome, but like I really think we're doing a disservice sometimes to new traders, young traders. Like you just sit there and sleep really 8 hours. You just sit there and do ice baths all day. Guess what, guys? Ice baths shrivel your balls. That's all they're gonna do. It's great, but the people that tell you to do it are already rich. If you're 40 years old and you got $10 million in the bank, of course you're going to sleep 8 hours. You sleep all damn day, right? But that's not always the case. When I was new and trying to make a damn dollar, no sleep. When Nate was new to try to sleep a damn dollar, no sleep. When Modern Rock or any of these people, Phil Godeker, like they weren't doing ice baths and sleeping 8 hours at the age of 25. So the work is the work. Like you got to do it. Because if you're not obsessed about this, if you're not sitting there and doing the nitty gritty, the granular details, if you're not torturing yourself, man, it's tough sometimes. Like you can only woosah your way to so much. And I've often found like when I'm woosah, I lose a lot of my edge anyways. Like, man, you know what happens when you're really relaxed? You don't feel like going for glory, that's for sure. Like you don't. And you're like, I mean, my $2,000, I'm pretty happy with this woosah, right? It's only sometimes when you're on the edge, you're working at night and you're going for something you didn't think was possible. And you're really in that grind of it, that nitty gritty of it. Like you're making your millionaire's run. I call this the millionaire's run. When you're just putting every ounce of what you have in it. And yes, it will probably destroy your body in a certain way, a little bit of your mentality. You hear a lot of traders from Short Bear or any of these guys, you hear about them like myself, like when you make that millionaire's run, like, dude, your body is destroyed. You haven't slept. You ate like shit, but you still made the damn money. You still made the money because the work is the work. And so for me now, that's totally different. I moved to Destin. So when I was 30, I bought a beach house in Destin, beach townhouse. And I did that because I had made my millionaire's run and where I just put it all on the line and I tortured myself. And then I said, man, I got to get out of here. Like I got to get some sun. I got to change my lifestyle a little bit, right? And that did allow me to be a better trader, more calm trader, manage my risk better, and all these kind of things. And so I'm a big believer in the lifestyle and the hacks that go with it. But I cannot name one person that had all those hacks before they made their money. And so the work is always the work. So now, yeah, like I live on the beach. Like, I don't know if this is like the best place in the history of the world for me to survive, but for my trading, it's incredible. Like I go for a swim today in the ocean. I bring out my snorkel gear. You can see sea turtles and fish and little random sharks and all this kind of stuff. And it's like so relaxing, right? And so, like, that's important. I've traveled, I don't even know, 50 countries, 60 countries in the last 10 years. Like, I traveled everywhere and done all this stuff. And I think that's really helped my trading too. Like, I love trading on the road because it makes me so focused. And these type of things, they do help. But in the beginning, sitting in your room with the drapes down and a box of pizza and some Folgers coffee and just doing it. Like, there's something to be said about that. And every successful entrepreneur I've known that's not in trading and the ones I know in trading, they've all gone through that process. So, yes, dude, make some money. You live your best life. Get to the beach, get to the mountains, whatever you're interested in. It's going to extend your life and make your trading better. But if you're trading with like 2,000 bucks and you're like, I got to move to the beach so I can be a better trader, that's not really how it's going to work. Like, you got to get in and you got to roll up your sleeves and get dirty